You're one step away from your success, but it feels like every time you take that step, another one just pops up. This is a real problem that you're dealing with right now, and I'm going to explain it in a way you've never heard it before. And with this new insight, hopefully we can dissolve that step here today. So let's get into it. So, what is meta trading? All right. Simply put, meta trading is the practice of thinking from the perspective of a successful trader instead of about the perspective of a successful trader. Now, it's important to explain what it means to think from a perspective versus thinking about a perspective. Now, you probably already get where I'm coming from when I say this, but I think it's important just go over it anyways, just so we can set the foundation for the rest of our time together. So, from, right? Or we'll talk about for you, for your instance, right? So, you're thinking about the perspective of a successful trader, right? Which means that you don't actually believe that you are a successful trader. You may believe that you can become one or that you're one step away, right? Like we were just talking about that. You may even believe that it's just around the corner, but inevitably it just remains around the corner. And you just find all these things that make you feel as if you're making progress towards this ultimate goal of becoming a consistently profitable trader or a successful trader. But inevitably, you just keep pushing it away and away and away because you're in this perpetual state of thinking about instead of just embodying or thinking from, which is essentially what I just said. Embodying the perspective of a successful trader, embodying being a successful trader, which then transforms how you act in the markets and how you carry yourself um, just in life, honestly. Okay? It's just that simple. This is that gap that you feel between you now and the you that is successful. So you've felt this gap plenty of times before, right? When you get into the markets and you find something out and you're like, oh my God, I just figured out what I need to figure out in order to be successful from now on. And then you inevitably continue on your journey and then something just, happens and then you feel that gap once again. And so now this journey has always felt like you just getting closer and closer and closer, but never actually ultimately getting there. And you feel this gap in between who you are and who you know you can be, right? Think about it. Those little moments when you feel like you've figured it out, but then something happens, a loss, a losing streak, or maybe even the doubt from people around you. And before long, you feel lost again. Those moments were real. So I'm just here to tell you these were real moments when you felt like you figured it all out. It's because you did figure it all out. It wasn't fake, right? Sometimes you feel like when you're talking with other people in their journey and they're like, yeah, I know, like, I had plenty of moments. I had these aha moments. We always talk about these aha moments, like these moments where we're like, oh, I figured it out, right? Those were real moments when you did figure out, you did have everything you needed in order to be successful. But you allowed something like a loss, a losing streak, or maybe even the doubt from people around you to make you feel lost again. And then you begin to self sabotage yourself because you then said, I'm not successful. I don't have everything I need in order to succeed in the markets. So I'm here to tell you right now. And once again, you probably already know this. Consistent profitability isn't something you accidentally become, or consistent profitability isn't something you become accidentally. It's a decision to become successful. All right? It's a decision. Those traders that you see that you may say, oh, well, they're consistently profitable, I'm not. They didn't accidentally become consistently profitable. There's no objective that needs to be reached in order to assume the identity or the persona of being consistently profitable, because I'm telling you right now, it's nothing more than identity and a persona. It starts as that, and it's a decision to embody that. a lot of the times you're just looking for permission from, people around you, the things that you've experienced, what you're seeing in the markets, your data, your analytics. You're looking for permission to be this person from all these things around you, instead of just allowing yourself and giving yourself that permission to embody consistent profitability. But you have been unconsciously polarizing consistent profitability from yourself because you don't believe that you are, right? You may look at your data, you may look at your analytics, you may look at your performance, you may look at what this person said to you the other day, you may look at what you believe about yourself in other areas of your life and say, I'm not consistently profitable. Unconsciously, right? This isn't just some conscious thing where you're like, oh, I'm just going to believe that I'm consistent. No, if your unconscious mind, the one that literally controls 90% of your actions on a day-to-day basis, assumes, and I really do mean assume, it's just an assumption that you are inconsistent and unprofitable, you will sabotage yourself at every turn and at every corner and at every decision that you make in the markets. And as a result, polarize consistent profitability away from yourself. You are your worst enemy in this instance. Do not get it confused. There is nothing outside of you that is making you inconsistent or unprofitable. It's you. You're self-sabotaging yourself simply because you are still under the assumption that you are a failure, that you cannot trade, that you are inconsistent and unprofitable. All right? This type of information is not for everyone, but this is for you. All right? It's that simple. This is for you. What I mean by this is that some traders are still in that process of needing to learn technicals, right? Because we cannot ignore the fact that these are important. However, if you're watching this video, you're probably past that stage. You probably know that this information is for you. This is probably resonating with something much deeper that you've already felt on your own. I'm not saying any new information to you right now. I'm merely highlighting what's within you right now. That's all I'm doing. The reason I'm able to do that is because I once felt what you felt, right? And I no longer feel that. And it simply came from me embodying the identity of a trader. So if this information resonates with you, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to go into the channel, watch more videos. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, there will be a link in the description below. Click that link, schedule a call with me, and we'll see if you're a good fit for one-on-one coaching or anything like that. But if you don't feel like you're a good fit, don't schedule anything. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. But yeah, this was the video. Thanks for watching.